Hello, welcome to MJ's Mystical Tarot, where tarot and true crime come together to hopefully get answers. Today I want to do a case of a missing 7-year-old girl from my hometown of Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, who went missing in 1975 and has not been seen or heard from since. Michelle Wedge was out riding her bike. Her parents were out, but her older siblings were home. And I don't know that she was out long. It seems like, from what I read online, she was only supposedly outside about 45 minutes when her siblings went looking for her and found her bike without her. So, someone recommended this. I don't recall the name, but I will add a screenshot or something on the screen when I edit this. So thank you for the recommendation. If you have other recommendations, even if they're old cases, I really don't mind getting into them. So I want to bring in the energy, the spirits and spirit guides around Michelle Wedge. Michelle Wedge, please and thank you. And I do pray that I'm saying her last name correctly, but I think I marked it down, but I didn't have the paper with me. So I'm going to get my true crime deck that I made. And Michelle Wedge, what happened to you? Please and thank you. What happened? Joker. Where are you, Michelle Wedge? Where are you? Who's responsible? I may grab more of these after. I'm just going to start with what we got and kind of go with that for now. Party. Did somebody pick her up under the guise of, hey, there's this party going on, why don't you come with us? I mean, she was 7, but it could have been a friend's parent that she knew. She was seen getting into a car. This is why I'm saying a parent. So it could have been some kind of an adult that she knew from somewhere. Con man, I would say if they picked her up with the guise of a party, they definitely conned her. Then she gave me the Joker card, which I forgot I had left in this deck. Anger, unstable, cult, caregiver. So did she see this person as a caregiver? Let's get a few more from this deck, actually. Michelle Wedge, what happened to you? Where are you? What else do we need to know about what happened to you? Please and thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. So we got mastermind. That's kind of coming in this way. So she's not sure that they might think they were mastermind, but she's saying, they weren't. Revenge. So could this person have had something against her parents and took it out on her? Money, but I got that in reverse, and I don't believe anyone ever asked for anything. Like, I don't believe they ever got any phone calls saying, hey, we have your child, blah, blah, blah. Fire came in reverse. And legal proceedings came in reverse. And we know that there's never been anybody charged or anything like that. So I'm going to grab the situations deck and see if we can get some more information. What else do we need to know, Michelle, about what happened to you that day and where you've been all these years? Where are you? Who's responsible? What do we need to know? Thank you. And I feel like since this case is so old, sometimes when you connect with older cases, they have so much more to say because nobody else has been talking to them or asking. Lockbox, closed in, trapped, frustrated, SOS. So was she put into, this is kind of giving me a cage. So I know she got into a car, but maybe when she got where they were going, they put her in a cage initially. So maybe she was closed in. Hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. I think that would be in reverse. This deck is a newer deck and it doesn't have too many cards in reverse right now. So receipts, proof, show me. So, I mean, we know there was eyewitnesses, but I don't think they got a good eye on the suspect. So I don't know that we have any proof, but maybe that person took pictures of her once they got her where they were going. Threatened, embarrassed appearances. So did they threaten her to get her to go with them? Or did they threaten family members if she didn't go with them? Recalling, reminiscing, memories, returning. I bet the family have been remembering her. And poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors in people. That could be that the person was toxic, but it could be that they might have given her something to subdue her at some point. Intervention, rescue, others involved. So could there have been others involved when they got to the destination, or maybe that was supposed to be in reverse? Interview, talk, conversation, get on same page. So maybe there is other people, maybe there's multiple people, and they had to talk to make sure that they had their story straight. I'm kind of picking up like they had to have alibis. I usually stand for these. I'm going to sit down and just bring my desk towards me. So just 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Okay. I just all of a sudden got a really sharp pain in my lower back on my right side. So I'm wondering if that's from her, if they may have hit her in the back or injured her back or something to keep her from moving. That would be a possibility. So yeah, if there were multiple people, they might have had to get their alibis straight, get on the same page. So they would have been talking and making sure they knew what that was. Alone, completion, lesson learned. So, not alone, done. And this is kind of giving me like a hooker or a prostitute. Did they dress her up? embarrassed appearances. Did they dress her up to look like something like that as a child? Could she still be alive somewhere? I don't know. Pop up. I hope you can see this because I can't see in the camera. Spontaneous, unexpected surprise visit. So whoever picked her up, I think she wasn't expecting them to stop by or to see them. Wish, hope, praying, yearning. To me, this is her family who have been praying and hoping to find out what happened to her and to get her home. Karmic, third party relationship lessons. So again, others involved. So there's more than one person involved in this. Could be trafficking. With this image, it's giving me trafficking, but it may not have been. It might have just been this could also represent child porn. I don't want to say that, but that could also give that, and that would also have multiple people. That's a possibility. I don't know what was, I mean, I'm sure things like that were going on in the 70s. So that is, you know, possible, especially somebody who would take a young child. So, and the last thing is journal, writing, diary, keeping notes. So again, conversations. Did they write notes to each other? Because they wouldn't have had cell phones back then. So there could be there might have been written evidence, or could be some letters or diary that might come to light one day. So I'm getting that goes with that. All of a sudden, my throat is extremely dry. And I made sure I had something to drink before filming this. So I'm kind of getting this from Michelle's energy. So could she have been choked at one point, strangled? Either as part of something nefarious, but that could be, if they unalived her, that could be how they did it. I'm getting something around the neck. So something about the low back, which that has now gone away. So I'm thinking that might have been to immobilize her at the time. And then now I'm getting something about strangulation or choking. Whew. I'm going to try and stand up again if my back doesn't act up again. Sorry about that. I'm just going to move this forward a bit. There we go. So I'm going to grab my Spill the Beans tea whatever deck that I made. What else do we need to know, Michelle? I do want to do whoa, that one just literally flew off the table. So just 1 second here. Oh my goodness. She really wanted to give me a lot. Sorry for the moving camera, but I kind of had to move it to. Whew. As I was about to say, I definitely want to do a follow-up video on Michelle. I find with these older cases, not only are they eager to talk, but it feels like they can't get out everything that they want fast enough. So I feel like we barely scratched the surface in these videos. So if you have questions, anything, if you're familiar with the case and you want to know more, please leave them down below for sure. Hidden keys, putting things together. Oops, sorry, but that came in reverse. Happiness hater. I had accidentally put that one in reverse. So somebody who maybe was jealous of her family. That could have been a toxic person who was jealous. And love story in reverse. It wasn't a love story, that's for sure. Focused. I do take it that the person or persons responsible were very focused with what they were doing. Karmic, third-party lesson. That was actually in the upright position. I accidentally reversed it. It's hard to tell with these cards. Trash, getting rid of, throwing away. I do think they probably threw away some evidence. Maybe they threw her body away. I don't know. No facts, lies. Well, we know there's no facts because we did, other than that she was taken in a car. We don't really know anything else other than that she's been missing. Ghosted. She didn't ghost. She was taken. Running away, I feel that would be in reverse because she wasn't running away. She was taken, and I don't think at 7 years old she was thinking about running away from family. I think that was not something. Burning evidence. I could see that. I think that is immature. They could have been very immature. Emotional intelligence. I think that would probably, I don't know which way that's supposed to be. Setting the record straight. I don't think that's unfortunately ever going to happen. At least not by the suspects. It's only going to be if we hater. Happiness hater. So again, somebody who hated her or her family. And investigating in reverse. So does she feel that the investigators didn't do their job? Could there have been a corrupt police officer? I hate to say that. Could the police officer be involved? Be one of the people? Help cover up, maybe? Whew. Let's get another deck. What else do you need to tell us, Michelle? What else do you want to tell us? What happened to you, Michelle? Where are you? Who's responsible? Did you know this person? Okay. Thank you, Michelle. I will start with the ones that came up and go to these ones after. Second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. This is kind of looking like a boat, like a cruise ship or a really fancy house. But I don't understand why that's coming in her case, but that's okay. Apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. Maybe she wants to apologize. Maybe she went further on her bike than she was supposed to, even though she was close to home. Maybe she feels she owes her parents or her siblings an apology. Or maybe she knows her siblings would feel bad that they weren't watching a closer eye on her. Hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. I think her family have been holding out hope that answers would come. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. And this is giving me someone falling off a mountain or being pushed off a mountain. So could she have been... There's not a lot of mountains in this area, but you wouldn't have to drive too far to get to areas where there might be cliffs or mountains. I'm thinking of Hopewell Rocks area in Bay of Fundy. I'm thinking of the wharf by the beaches in Shediac and different areas. We are a coastal province, so we do good amount of the province is on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, so there would definitely be areas where there will be mountains or cliffs or things like that. So could she have been dumped in the water? Clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. I don't know if that means her family's waiting for that, or if she's thinking that will come through. This is one of my other new decks that I didn't have any in reverse, so I don't know if some of these are meant to be. Beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. As you saw on the thumbnail, the black and white photo was her around the time of her disappearance. The colored photo is an age progression of what they think she would look like. I believe that was around 2024 or 2025 that one was done. So she was definitely very beautiful. I'm guessing, I don't know much about her, so I can't say about her personality. Possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, risks. Did she see going with these people as maybe she was a free-spirited person and didn't notice the risk of going with these people? Family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy, so she misses her family. Time, waiting, cycles, moments. It's all about the timing in getting closure on these cases. Resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, timid. So this again is kind of giving me that this is someone she knew, or somebody familiar at least. And I'm getting water images from there. That almost looks like a beach area as well. So I think water is a strong possibility. Commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. Was one or multiple people involved married? I'm going to grab some tarot cards, see if she can give us anything about her location. And then I'm going to try and get maybe a couple messages for her family. So, Michelle, using the images on these tarot cards, can you give me anything that indicates the current location of your body or remains, please, and thank you. Where are you currently? That one feels like it wants to come. Thank you, Michelle. Let's see what we have. This is number 5, the Hierophant. This is giving woods, a path, but that could also be leading to a cliff, or I know that Hopewell Rocks, they have a lot of hiking trails and walking trails that lead to different cliffs. And this looks like this is giving almost like a roped off area. So is there like a roped off area that maybe you're not supposed to go somewheres, and that could be in an area where she is? 6 of Cups, and I'm getting water, beach, trees in the distance. And if you're not familiar with Hopewell Rocks, it is a really neat area. When the tide goes out, you can actually walk on the ocean floor, and you will have rock formations and stuff like that that you can walk amongst. You can't get too close to them, but you can take pictures with them. And then when the tide comes in, you can get canoes and canoe in around the area. This is very much giving me Hopewell Rocks. And the fact that she's from my hometown, it's easy for me to pick up on that, possibly that kind of giving me Hopewell Rocks with those two images already. Number 14, Temperance. More nature pictures, but that was also in reverse. And no, these are not all in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. Water, trees, beaver dam areas. Why are all these coming up in reverse? My goodness. Went from none in reverse to everything in reverse. 8, Strength. Waterfalls. I don't know if there's waterfall areas in around Hopewell Rocks, which is where I'm picking up energy from, but there could be. So if there is a waterfall in and around. Now in reverse, this is again giving like cliff, rock formation. So she wouldn't be on one of the rocks. You can't climb the rocks at Hopewell Rocks, but there are other mountain and things in the areas that I don't know what they would have been like back then. Then I got the number 21, The World. So someplace where all seasons, and New Brunswick has all seasons. And the Ace of Wands. And again, this is kind of giving me this path here again. So I would say she's in or around or close to Hopewell Rocks. And before I get the deck I was planning to get next, there is this deck I have, the Miracle Moon Oracle deck. And it has months, it has different times, you know, by the end of the year, blah, blah, blah. I'm just curious if she can give us anything about a possible time when there'll be a break in her case or when she may be found. So Michelle, when might your remains be found, or when might there be a break in the case, please and thank you. I feel like she wants to give us 2, so I will take 2. And for those of you watching, if you know anything about this case or any other missing persons case or unsolved cases in Canada, I do have in the description box below the phone, the 1-800 number and the website for Canadian Crime Stoppers. You can leave an anonymous tip. Or you can always contact your local authorities if you don't mind your identity being known. But if you want to remain anonymous, definitely contact Crime Stoppers in Canada, and that information is below. 34. You have the power to create the timing by taking action, but that actually came up in reverse. 19. May. And for some reason, I think, why am I thinking that she went missing in the month of May? I will double check that. And when I'm editing, there will be some words on the screen that will say whether she did go missing in May. So maybe May of this year will be significant. Maybe someplace where there's flowers. I'm also kind of getting like lily pads or tadpole energy from that. So maybe there's, and if her remains aren't in Hopewell Rocks, maybe there's evidence that somebody disposed of. Though I suppose if it went in the water, I don't know that that would still be here, unfortunately, all this time later, but you never know. stranger things have happened, right? So, Michelle, for the last thing for today, is there anything you want to say to your family and your friends who might see this, or who might have somebody that they know see this, that you want to let them know? You can give me a couple of them, please, and thank you. One more. Thank you, Michelle. So the first one, choice is the most powerful tool you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors, bringing new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. Second one, if you frequently give yourself permission to doodle, wander, and be totally unproductive, and you actually relish such interludes, I can guarantee that your genius, creativity, and productivity will increase exponentially. And the last one, opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean and your bills will be paid full. Your finances are about to change. Okay, not exactly the kind of messages I was hoping to get. So I'm actually going to just grab my crystal ball pocket oracle, and Michelle Wedge, Michelle Wedge, Michelle Wedge. Are you currently alive? Please and thank you. Are you currently physically alive? Is your body here on earth still alive with a heart beating? Whew, I'm burning up all of a sudden. I'm getting a lot of confused energy. She was 7, so I'm wondering if for some reason she doesn't know what happened to her. My apologies for if there was a bump. I just sat down for a second because the pain in my lower back started up again. That one. Thank you, Michelle. Whew. And this one says no, which is what I was picking up. I didn't think she was, but these messages kind of gave me a little bit of hope, I guess. Because it sounded like somebody who lived longer and had experienced some things and might have regrets, you know. The last thing I'm going to do is grab my crystal ball, and I do have to bring the desk closer, and see if she can give me any. You won't really see me looking in it, but I will say what I pick up. So, Michelle, what can you show me about where you are or what happened to you, please, and thank you. Where are you? I'm seeing water. That came right away. Whew. Where are you, Michelle? What happened to you? Anything about the person or persons that are responsible? Crescent moon. I'm seeing a crescent moon very clearly. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I know the area of town that she went missing. I don't think there's anything named Crescent around there, and I don't think there was at that time either, but there could be something about a crescent moon shape. Cars in the 1970s, did any of them have anything like with a name of a crescent or anything like that? Because I'm also well, those cars all have crescent moons on them, so that's not significant, but I'm just curious if that could be a clue about the car. What can you show me about what happened to you that day, Michelle? Who was responsible? Where did they take you? I'm seeing a house. She was taken to a house. At least initially she was taken to a house. I'm getting like a house on a hill kind of vibe. Sunshine brightly shining down on the house. And now I'm getting needing a flashlight. It was, I believe, like 9:45 at night or something when they found out that she was missing. So did they use a flashlight to get her somewhere from the house? Like maybe into the woods or something? Maybe they... Didn't something about a boat come up on here? All of a sudden I'm thinking about a boat, that they might have used a boat to move her from one location to another. What else can you give me, Michelle? Anything about the person or persons who took you? Was it a man, a woman, a couple? What can you give me? I'm getting blindfolded. So she got in the car, but by the time they're at the house and taking her wherever, they have a blindfold over her. And she can only see a little bit of light through the material or something, which is why I'm picking up on flashlight vibes. That could also be why I'm seeing a crescent moon instead of a full moon, but I don't know what the moon was that night, so it... Dark path. Anything else, Michelle? What else do we need to know? Please and thank you. Anything that will help get your family some closure or answers about what happened to you. I see a map. X marks the spot, but the lines of the X keep moving back and forth. So, I'm not sure what to make of that. It's like a map that's... You know when you watch TV shows, I don't drive, so I don't know how it is in a car, but when you watch TV shows and they're driving to a location and they're like Criminal Minds or something, and they have something on the car so they can track it, and the car is moving. Instead of the dot that represents the car moving, I'm seeing the actual line of the road moving. So I don't know if that's her way of showing me where the car went or where they were taking her, but that's what I'm seeing. And then now that's gone. So, okay, what else do we need to know, Michelle? Anything else? The last thing I'm seeing is train tracks and mountains. Anything else, Michelle? No, that's all I'm getting for today. So I do know that connecting with children's energy is very difficult. They don't always comprehend what happened to them. Sometimes the younger they are, they don't always know that they passed on. So I don't know if that's part of it with the... I'm also still very new to using the crystal ball, so that could be some of it. So as I said, I do definitely want to do another video on Michelle. So if you have questions, if there's something in particular you would like to see, I am also learning dice divination and domino divination, so that is something I'm willing to incorporate. If you interpret these cards differently, please feel free to leave that below. If you have any suggestions for another case that you would like me to cover, please list that below. And please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And one random thing, looking at this through the camera and from a distance, like I know what it is here, but when it's down there, I'm seeing woods and like the hair or whatever this black stuff is around is giving me like trees, and like this is a path that they're going through. If only they had an X that marks the spot on there, but I don't see that. But so there could be like a clearing in the woods that has a path that leads to where they took her, or at least at that time. Keep in mind this happened in 1975. What that might have looked like at that time and what it might look like now could be different. The area she was taken could be completely developed with homes by now, unfortunately. But I am picking up water, possibly somewhere near Hopewell Rocks. That doesn't mean that's where she was placed, but that could be where they took her. That could be the house on the hill that I saw. So they could have taken her, and it wouldn't be that hard. It wouldn't be that far of a drive to get her there. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned before, if you have any tips or clues on any missing person case or unsolved case in Canada, the phone number and the website for Crime Stoppers is listed below. You can contact them and leave what you know completely anonymously and help these families get some closure. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.